Now we need to think about how do different elements actually exist in nature? Because we've looked at atoms and we've looked at molecules. And we've discovered that some elements exist in different forms. Elements exist in different forms in nature. So, the first type of element, this is just where the atom is on its own. So we can call these single atom elements. And the fancy name for that, or the proper scientific name, is monatomic, one atom. And an example of these elements is helium, which has the symbol He. So helium, when it exists in nature, it's just a single atom. And they fly around on their own as a gas when we're at room temperature. But other elements, they actually prefer to be joined together in a molecule when they exist normally. And these we can call molecule elements. Or molecular elements. So the couple of examples we have here are oxygen, which has the symbol O, and sulfur, which has the symbol S. So we can see here oxygen, it prefers to have two atoms joined together to make a molecule. We have molecules of oxygen, and this is how oxygen exists as it's in the air normally. And this is one of the most important molecules for us. As humans, we need to breathe it in, obviously, to survive. Down here we have sulfur, and we can see sulfur, it prefers to have 6 of its atoms all joined together to make one molecule. And we can see the 6 atoms joined here with their bonds, their chemical bonds. So then, as sulfur exists normally, and we can see here, it's a yellow powder, a little bit like chalk. It exists of these molecules, and they're the individual particles. Lastly, some other elements, they prefer to be joined in something called a lattice. And this is really common for metals. So we can see here a lattice, it's just a repeating grid of lots and lots of atoms all joined together into one big block. So each chunk of metal in this picture here, that's just one big lattice of atoms all joined together continuously, repeating on and on and on. So this example could be a metal like sodium, and its symbol is Na. So elements are particular types of atoms, and they can exist in 3 main forms when we find them in nature.